first ever video, so before anything else, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Chaz and I'm mainly a literature reviewer. So what I'll be doing is I'll be reviewing literature of all sorts such as mangas, manhwas, comics, short stories, poems, novels, novelettes, and all those other things that you might see in your bookstores or libraries. I also like making art of all sorts, so you might see me in my future videos making both traditional and digital art, but you might not see me now or anytime soon because I'm not yet ready to show them in public. I'll do vlogs, video and movie reviews, educational videos discussing some lessons in English, and if I'm confident in other subjects too. So I'll be doing those in both Tagalog, which is my main language, or Filipino, if that's how some people would call it, and in English, as I'm both fluent in those languages. So thank you and enjoy watching. In my first video, I decided to showcase one of my favorite books from one of my favorite series written by my favorite international author, Mr. Rick Riordan. Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief. One way or another, y'all have probably heard of Percy Jackson, be it the book series or the movies. The first installment of the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series was published in 2005 and entitled The Lightning Thief. It was made into a movie in 2010 along with the second installment of the book series with the name of Sea Monsters in 2013. While the movie version ended there, and the avid fans of the books, along with the author himself, chose to bury the memory of it in the depths of Tartarus. So I'm not gonna compare the book series and the movies in this video, but I'll probably do it in another video. Drop a like if you want to see that. I'm not lying when I say that this book got me hooked right from the beginning. According to Rick, the PGO series began as a bedtime story for his son Haley, and therefore is a children's book. The first book introduced Perseus Jackson, aka Percy, as a young boy, barely a teen, who had ADHD and dyslexia. ADHD stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, a medical condition that affects attention, ability to sit still, and self-control. Dyslexia, on the other hand, is a learning disorder that involves difficulty in reading due to problems identifying speech sounds and learning how they relate to words. Dyslexia affects the areas of the brain that processes language. This part of the book series was so wholesome, I wish that more books did something like that. Gon was the perfect hero with no self-confidence and therefore using that flaw as basis for his character development. Rick Riordan gave us a boy who had actual disorders, and that's what made him so interesting and very relatable to several children who experienced the same thing. As Rick made those two medical conditions into something that someone as amazing as the demigods in this book possess in order to survive, it seems like all those children experiencing the same thing won't feel so bad about themselves. Well, that was the main purpose of Rick, as his child Haley also experienced the same thing, as he was diagnosed with ADHD and dyslexia at a young age. The main goal of our protagonist for this book was to prove that he was not the Lightning Thief. So I would not divulge into the series more because that would just be spoiling it for those who wanted to read it and maybe those who wanted to watch the movie. But you would see that in this book series, you can already see the budding romance of Percy and Annabeth, but not until they were old enough, because they were like 12, 13 during this time, was their relationship officially made romantic by Rick himself. I shouldn't actually spoil about the books this much, but some of my most favorite parts are when Percy went into Tartarus and the time that he fought Ares. Yes, he did fight Ares, and you just have to read the book to know what happens then. Overall, for me, the book was a total read-worthy piece of literature, and that it is very timely, especially in our day and age today, where some of the children, or not just some, most of the children who are being bullied suffer from such illnesses such as ADHD, dyslexia, and some of those that cannot be avoided, but with much understanding, people can help the children, or other students can help the children experiencing this so that they won't feel alone, just like how Annabeth in this story, he found Luke. She found friends that would support her when his father, or she felt that her father and her stepmother would not. So that's it for my first video and my first literature review. So this is practically still a test, and I will see how this will end up in my YouTube. So I will piece this out, and you will probably see that there are still so many things about it, and some mistakes, some editing errors, but I hope that I would grow along the way. So thank you for watching this. Thank you very much.